This is the Easy Bath Podcast. And now, here's your host, Mitch Clay.
All right, hey everyone, and welcome to the Easy Bath Podcast. Today, we're going to review some jobs that we did. We're going to see a walk-in tub installation, a tub to shower, shower to closet. That's going to be pretty cool. We're going to talk about some things that happened in the industry that was kind of crazy, but worked out okay. And yeah, and we're just going to kick right into it. I'm joined today with Cliff to my left. We got Ben and Zach. And so first thing I just want to talk to you guys about is, how was your week last week? Like, how'd it go out there?
Well, I guess I'll start off on that. Thank you for some of the full bathroom remodels I've been getting. As you and I talked earlier, I've got a lot of follow-ups to do. People that, where it's absolutely necessary, we do a sketch-up before we can actually present the full scope of the project. So I would say I had pretty much an average week out there. Would like to have produced more, but with the follow-ups, I think that'll change in the next couple of weeks as I'm going back to, nail down what the project is for these people and get them started on their remodels.
That's well, it's funny you mention that, because one thing I did notice about like all of your appointments that you ran was they're all like every single one of them was follow-ups.
Well, they're all full bathroom remodels, and you know me, I can't do a full bathroom remodel in one appointment. Yeah. So I'm trying to do it the right way and be completely 100% prepared when I go out for the follow-up.
What I think is interesting about that is a lot of people were talking about how the market, like everyone's like should we spend the money or not? But really what I'm seeing more is that more people are wanting to go with the bigger projects and not the smaller projects.
Yeah, I like that. It's more of a challenge. I've been doing this for a lot of years, so I'm more than happy to do a tub to shower conversion. That's a simple project, but the full bathroom remodels are, I guess, for me, more rewarding, also more time consuming. So I guess it kind of all balances out in the long run.
Yeah, you're good at them. Like your designs are pretty awesome.
Yeah. So. I always work on them till I have a severe headache, and then I know that I got it right after that.
Take a good 4 hours for you. Yeah, takes me like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
me and Zach would take like 5 minutes to do a full bath design. Cliff
with
Ben.
one hand.
Yeah,
that's right.
Tied behind your back.
Coffee in the other.
But what are you seeing out there, Ben? You went out there and you just like, I don't think there wasn't an appointment that Ben didn't sell last week except for one.
I had the privilege to visit 4 homeowners on weekend.
Yeah.
And I was able to offer a practical solution to 3 of them, which they decided to move forward. And they can't wait for us to see their project done, so.
Yeah. I answered that email that you sent over to me this morning.
Yes. But that was from last week. They were just wanted to get a confirmation on their timing and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I did. I told him everything and followed up with him.
And she responded to you. She was thanking you for that. Yeah, very good.
Oh, I haven't seen the response yet.
No, it was a quick response. She just said, thank you. That's great. Looking forward to see it. That's
cool.
Yeah.
They seem like nice people. I mean,
yeah. Everybody's nice out there. As long as you offer them a good, practical, workable solution. Mm-hmm. With an affordable price, hey, that's the way to go. They will do the job.
Yeah, absolutely. How about you, Zach? I think you didn't really have a whole lot.
I had one appointment, and as soon as I got there, the wife had to leave.
Oh,
she
really?
had a meeting to go to, but they were retired, so I had no idea what was going on there.
That's odd.
But yeah, don't. If you set an appointment, don't leave.
And we try to convey to people that, hey, give us at least 90 minutes of your time, because it does take time to kind of figure out what they want and to go over it, the way that they want to have it done. All that stuff takes time. And yeah, people, man, it's Ben had one last week that was kind of crazy. He had one where he shows up at the door, and the wife met him outside, and then the husband stayed inside, and wouldn't let Ben inside the house. And Ben called me up, and he's like, "What do you think it is? Like, do you think they're like competitors?" But I'm like, "No way! A competitor would want to know what you're doing."
Yeah, they'd be the ones that are asking you all the questions that that are important to them to know about you and your company.
Yeah. Because I've had competitors. You've had competitors have come out too.
I think I've had one that was that way for sure. It was just the questions they were asking were not the typical questions you would get.
I had one guy tell me he was
homeowner.
The guy at the end, he told me that he wanted to see our process so that he wanted to know if he would want to start his own remodeling company because he owned a window company. He was looking at getting into bathroom remodeling. That's kind of interesting.
I make it simple for myself. I just said, well, they're not ready to do anything at this time.
Yeah.
So
just move on.
then
That's
I'm
probably
not
the best thing to do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, insist. So
All right, cool. Well, all right. So I'm gonna dive into. We did a lot of work this week, and I want to dive into just kind of what we were able to accomplish and all the jobs that we were completed. I pulled projects that Cliff, Ben, and Zach all were part of that you guys built. And we built some pretty awesome bathrooms last week. And so I want to share it with you guys and see what you think. Get your input on them. So if we take it to the screen over here, Ben, I'll review yours first. So this was the before picture right here. And from the contract, Ben said we did a tub to shower. So we removed the tub, converted that to a shower right here.
The shower to closet.
Yep. And then we turned this closet right here.
This shower to closet.
Yeah, we turned that into a closet. So walk me through that. Like when the customer had you out, what were they talking about originally?
They wanted something to be workable because they were getting older, and they had no use for the tub, so they wanted a larger walk-in shower, and then they also had a need for more storage. So the best solution for them was to convert their existing narrow shower to a closet so they could have the storage, and making their big space of the tub to a walk-in shower. And that's exactly what they wanted. And I just covered they wanted to know about the process briefly, like what's going to take to make this happen. So I went over briefly over the details of the scope of the project with them and the steps that we're going to take to make it happen. They were very comfortable with the process, and then of course at the end they wanted to know what is the exact cost to do it. Using our contractor tool, I gave them the exact cost, and then they wanted an affordable way to pay it. So we utilized financing, and that's it. They had it. So they decided to move forward, and now I guess it's almost done. I saw it, the project is done right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll go over the pictures here.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick look at your design for it.
Yeah, that's what it is right there.
Yeah, right here. So this is Ben's design.
As you can see, there are two grab bars because they to get inside the shower and out of the shower, they wanted a sturdy grab bar to hold on to. Just to be stable right there. You see on the left wall edge.
Yeah.
And then they have their seat. They have their 24-inch grab bar there. They have their caddy for their soap and shampoo, and they have a shower head which has a handheld, and they have a monitor 17 valve, which is a safety valve. So they had everything they could ask for, and their slider glass has 2 towel bar that they can hang towels on it, and it was a perfect solution for them.
You know what? I just noticed about it too. It's one of those crazy rooms that we see here in Houston. One of where the two angles kind of meet. Yeah. That's a hard room to measure, actually.
Yeah, it's a lot of angles there.
Yeah, I hate those rooms, man.
It's a hard one once you get the measurements right to put on SketchUp and get the angles right and everything.
Yeah.
I took my time.
Those rooms.
I took my time measuring it 2 times to make sure I'm not going to make no mistakes. But hey, it's a deep. Actually, it's a very deep shower. Yeah,
it looks like it. Yeah,
it's a deep shower. Yeah, it's a big shower
5
pan,
foot, right? What is it, 5 feet?
Yeah, it was deep. I know it was deep. I don't know exactly how much. I don't remember, but it was deep.
It's pretty cool.
So they had a good large shower. I mean,
So on that, you brought the shower base out further.
Yes.
Than where the tub. That was a 60 by 42 tub.
Because
to start
I had
off with.
plenty of room right here.
Yeah.
And I had plenty of room there. So I just brought it out further. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's.
I give them I maximize the space for them. So. And the wall goes up
terminology,
8
yeah.
foot. Yeah, right there. See right there. So I brought it as much as. And then see they had this like a small.
Little
So I removed that.
shelf.
So that
Yeah.
made it even deeper. You see?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that-
what was
yeah.
throwing me off. 'Cause
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't-
like,
I didn't
how
see
did
that
he get it
originally
that
either.
big? But it's the
Yeah,
it's the-
I removed that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
That's almost like 6 inches right there.
right.
Yeah.
I can see where that makes a big difference.
That's pretty cool. And then so we did the demo. So that we had to go to the center for the shower pan.
Yeah, we had to move the drain to the center because of the shower pan.
Yeah, because of the shower pan.
Yeah, it's a big shower pan. Yes.
Now,
And-
why would you do that?
It was a BCI. It was a Bath Concept shower pan.
I got you.
So whenever you go past the 32-inch mark, I
34,
believe. Oh, 34-inch mark.
34.
It
Yeah.
has to be a center. Thank you, Ben. It
Center
has to be a
drain,
center
yes.
drain.
Okay.
And if you look, what was crazy about this one too is it's what we always talk about, guys. This is why I really want to show it to everyone. But you can see right there the post tension cable.
Yeah.
So that
the
felt
bars
like
there.
that felt right along where the drain was. Of course, so like if let's say a customer did this on their own and they were jackhammering, or another contractor
damage it,
who was
yeah.
inexperienced and they were jackhammering, if they cut through that thing, man, I mean, it can cause
Foundation problem.
Oh yeah, big issues. So, but yeah, I mean that took a lot of work.
The reason that they chose us also because we had done hundreds of these top to shower to closet project, and they felt very comfortable
Yeah,
for us to do the job because they knew we were going to work in the concrete foundation,
right.
and they didn't want to give it to just anybody comes along and give them the cheapest price.
Good job, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff. I mean, I mean that.
And I brought that up to them. You know what I'm saying?
the
Yeah.
other thing I noticed before you move on past that is
Yeah.
that not only did we have to relocate the drain, but we had to convert the 1.5-inch drain to a 2-inch.
2 inches.
drain.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not looking at that. I'm like, yeah, that's 2-inch. Yeah, that's 2
Yeah,
inch.
all the
Oh,
way
for
down
sure.
to
Yeah,
P-trap. It has to be 2 inches. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's important. A lot of people don't realize that what a necessity that is when you're converting a tub to shower. You know, we've seen those jobs before.
Oh yeah.
Where it's been like a general contractor that did the job,
Mm-hmm.
and they're having problems with it, and we go and we tear it out, and we're like, they left the damn drain 1.5 inches where they left the drain 1.5 inches where it needs to be 2 inches. And no wonder the thing wasn't draining properly. And, you know, so they spent a lot of money where they ended up with nothing from having hired, you know, maybe someone who's a nice guy, but really is not an expert in bathroom remodeling.
No, for sure.
And you know, from real estate point of view, if you don't do this, like those people who just keep the same size 1.5 inch of a drain, when it comes time to sell the house, any inspector comes in that is a licensed inspector, they will reject that bathroom and they have to redo it again in order for the house to be sold.
Yeah, I think the
So-
the craziest one I've ever seen, I think it's a picture that we still use in our presentation. It's a guy used I don't know how he did it, but he used a sink drain in the shower. It was like, it's like, what in the world?
Yeah, no, that's going to ruin the value of the home and it's going to be also a lot of problems.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you know, they had to get it remodeled anyway.
No, it
but
has to be
still.
done professionally and correctly.
But yeah, I just kind of, these are some of the demo pictures here, guys, that you can see. And then I'll zoom in here.
Well, in
So-
cases like this, right? So let's say like stay in the van, chuck in the truck, or someone inexperienced goes out and rents that jackhammer and doesn't really know what they're doing, and they cut that post tension cable. It can lead to death, right?
Yeah, it can. Yeah, I've actually heard. Yeah, I've actually. Now I don't know the guy personally, but I've worked with people who have had building like new construction, and sometimes as they're building the foundation and they do the post tension wire, sometimes they do snap. And one time it snapped when the foundation was curing, and chunks of cement just went flying up, like huge chunks of cement just went flying up in the
a lot
air.
of pressure there,
Yeah.
a lot of tension, yes.
And came crashing down, and those pieces killed someone. Like it actually landed on someone's head and killed them.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I mean, it can. I've heard stories of like that happening, Zach, where like it just like it will shoot something up at you. You know what I mean? But yeah, it can cause giant cracks going down your tile.
Yeah, I was going to say, best case scenario is it sounds like a bomb going off in the house when the cable snaps.
Scary
And
sound.
even if it doesn't do too much peripheral damage, it's very expensive to get that cable rerun.
Yeah, and you know,
and tension back up properly.
Yeah, and I've actually I remember there was one time where like it was almost like it was impossible for us to get around it. You know what I mean? The only way we could do it is order a whole new base with it, where the drain is placed differently. And so I started like calling like post tension cable, like foundation companies and like people that deal with post tension cables. And they're like, I'm like, hey, can you come like loosen the cable so we could like move it or something to put a new cable in or whatever? They're like, no, dude, like, it's not a real thing.
No, it's,
So it's a very complicated thing to work around. And
Mitch,
then
Mitch, one thing you need to mention. I mean, every homeowner I go, home is their biggest investment. You know, people want to protect their investment. They don't want just anybody come out there and mess with their highest investment of lifetime. So it's very important that we go through this process of construction with them, and at least briefly, so they know how it has to be done correctly and professionally. So that's why we show them these pictures.
And the thing about I wanted to show this one too, this picture right here, because it shows just how much of the concrete we had to cut out. I mean, that's a lot of work. I mean,
that's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's almost a full day of work. And you're tired, guys. I mean, when this is not a one-day job by any means. This job could not be done in a day. But that's a lot of work. You're tired after you do that, of course. But then we also a big question we get too is, okay, how do you guys fill that back in, right? So we do put all of this breakage. We'll pour it back in there, but then we also pour new cement into that area, cover it up, and then we self-level on top of that.
Compound on the top.
So that's how we personally handle that situation. But a really cool job. This is the before, Ben.
Yes.
And guys, this is before. That's the after. So
isn't that wonderful? Look at the after picture.
Yep.
You have your beautiful solution there.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
And people say when we have 5 stars, oh, it's fake and stuff. No, the people who are leaving 5 stars see this. We're doing it in their home. They see the quality. They see the time it takes. And that's why we're 5 stars.
That's even their shampoo right there. They start using it very fast and quick before it dries up.
Yeah, they want to use it right away.
They can't wait to use it. No, I'm serious.
No, it's awesome. Yeah, and then we even took a really cool picture of the closet, because I think a lot of people ask us questions when we do the closets, like how many shelves,
Yeah, 3 shelves, 4 shelves,
So they're typically 3 shelves. They got an extra shelf, because we typically start a little bit higher, because sometimes people like to put like a laundry basket or something underneath.
It's kind of funny. Some people say, well, I'm doing this only for my wife. But as soon as it's done, the first person who go and takes a shower is the husband. So they don't even allow the wife to go and use it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they fight for it. Because it's so practical, so beautiful.
Well, when we had our bathroom remodeled, and my wife wanted the architectural bench, right? Yeah. And I didn't want a bench. I'm like, I'll never use that. We'll never use a bench, And sure enough, I sprained like my ankle like a couple weeks after, and I'm like, I'm sitting on it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, thank God we got this bench. And so you never know.
Once you feel comfortable, you want to just stay there forever.
Yeah,
you don't want to get out.
That's cool, man. Yeah, very good job, Ben.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. And here we'll review Zach. Zach, this was I know this shower was done for an older person that had accessibility issues. This is the before picture. Do you remember this one?
I believe I do.
So this is the here. I'll show you. Let me show you the design. That's your design right there.
Make it a large shower.
Yeah, it's a walk-in shower. I remember this one.
You remember that one? All right, cool. So walk us through what they wanted to have done.
So she was wheelchair bound slightly. So the reason for taking it out and blowing it out and doing one big shower was so it could be wheelchair accessible, but she still liked the luxury. So we made it really nice for her with diverting systems and rain cans and easy to clean, all kinds of stuff like that.
I'm gonna show the after picture real quick, because I do have a question about it, which I thought is pretty interesting. Actually, I'll show this picture. But they did want a tub spout right there. Is there like what was which is uncommon. So like whenever we do showers, it's very rare that people want a tub spout. But is there a reason why they wanted that, or
It's make it easy to fill up buckets for just taking out water to water the plants or just for anything really. It's accessible and easy.
okay.
We always do what the customer says most of the time. We customize showers. Well,
It was cool. It was unique. I thought it was kind of very personable selection. You know what I mean? Because you don't see it a whole lot. It was a very clean demo compared to the last one, right? So the drain kind of, we were able to order this base and have the drain kind of be where the old drain was. So no jackhammering was required. Capped off the old drain that you guys can see
Yes.
right here.
Mm-hmm.
So that was capped off. This very little fittings even needed to be applied. Even the installation was real clean. So I mean, it's just a real clean job. Nothing really out of the ordinary. 2-inch drain, like you were talking about, Cliff. Cap drain right there. Nail plates. Anytime you have pipes going through studs, we always put the nail plates on there. That way, if anyone were to ever drill anything like a grab bar or something like that, it's not going to go through the pipe. So very important. PEX pipe that we always do.
and we did take the whole shower area down to the studs because I know the before picture when we did the demo, it shows the right side of the wall not taking down the studs, but
No, but we take it. We always take everything down to the studs.
everything down to the studs.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just a clean pick before he did all that.
Mitch, can you explain this picture here for
Right here?
this picture, the purpose of this picture here, so we can have a better understanding that why they're showing a wrench next to the drain?
Yeah.
And brass drains as well. That's another thing we do.
Yeah, the reason for the wrench near the drain is so people we always require them to show the gasket in between the pipe and the drain, and then we also require them to show the gasket ring, the compression ring, as well. But what we found out is even though they would a lot of times they would just hand tighten the compression ring, so over time it would loosen, and that can also cause the compression to not be compressed, and for leaks to occur underneath the shower. So now we require them to show us, hey, we want to see that you actually didn't just hand tighten this thing, that you used a wrench to tighten down the
Quality control of the drain.
yeah, because I'll be honest with you guys, that is probably the most problematic area for leaks after a remodel is the shower drain. It's
It can flood the foundation. I mean, or upstairs, whatever. Yes.
Whatever.
If it's
Whatever.
not tight appropriately. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also find that while we're on this subject, being able to explain to a prospective customer what company cam is and how we utilize that, they're really impressed by the fact that, that's such a important quality control tool that we use on all of our jobs.
It is.
Yeah, it is definitely. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'll show you guys. Okay, so here we got the, and this is kind of showing you guys too. These are the newer templates that we're doing now for wall material. And I think Zach did a really good job with the explaining, because we use solid surface walls a lot here. And they're 5 foot by 8 foot panels. So whenever we extend past that, we have to use these deco trims right here.
So, Zach, that was a 9-foot ceiling in there.
I believe the back wall. Let's see.
You have a
looks of it.
deco band all across. Yeah, vertical and horizontal.
Yes, 9 foot on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big. That's a big room.
Yeah, it's got the slope ceiling where the ceiling's sloping with the roof line on that. Yeah, I see now. Okay.
Zach, can you tell us the function of these templates? Can you tell us why we use a template before we put the final solid wall on it?
Well, the reason we use templates is because nothing's one size fits all. No wall's perfectly plumb or square. So that's why we build those. We build the templates, take them outside, place them on top of the walls. And that's why we can get the perfect cut and bring it in. And that's why our jobs look so clean.
That's pretty, those are pretty awesome. And then this is the before again. Show it again, and then this is the after.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I thought the rain can was a nice touch
The
too.
rain can is huge.
Yeah.
Always add a little bit of luxury in all of our
It's like a
showers.
rain coming off the sky, you know.
He's trying to drown them. He's trying.
Yeah.
Just living life.
It's a highly ADA, a lot of grab bars all around, you know.
Yeah, that's cool.
And they have a nice structural bench right there. They can sit down and just relax, you know.
Yeah, no, that was cool. That's
That's a nice shower.
Yeah, really, and real custom too. I thought it was pretty neat.
Yeah, and going back to the tub filler or the we call it the filler, where you place a bucket under there. It's easy accessible to do that. A lot of people do it, but that way she doesn't have to go in the whole shower, accidentally turn on the rain can, and get wet. So it just makes it easy for everyone having that function
check
right
the
there.
water.
No, it was actually really cool. I thought that was a really unique thing about it, and I liked it.
That shower looks awesome.
Yeah, it does. All
Nice
right.
colors too. Yeah.
See,
Very
I got
nice.
some. So now we're gonna go. I got two of yours, Cliffs, which is kind of cool. I really want to cover this one because this is the walk-in tub. Because I think a lot of people don't know. I personally, I remember when you came on for the walk-in tubs. I personally didn't even know this was an option. To me, I always like to demo everything and just put in all new. But you're like, no, man. Some companies actually.
I remember that conversation
Yeah.
or that argument, whichever, however you want to phrase that. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you're like, yeah. Some companies actually like to just keep the existing tile and cut around it and then plop in the tub.
So for anybody that's not following what Mitch and I are talking about, these walk-in safety tubs, which is one of my specialties, there's times where people have really nice surrounds, okay? So it's not like we're doing a low-profile shower base. There's room to, get that existing tub out of there and demo the tile that's maybe a little bit above the existing tub, and then save that surround so they don't have to spend any extra money. Now, look, we still get our fair share of the people that go, I hate this tile, I'm so sick of it, blah, blah, blah. And we get everything out and give them the typical solid panel, easy to keep clean, lifetime warranty panels. But the ones that don't, it saves them some money. And because the walk-in tub is so much taller, when we slide it in, there's absolutely no appearance of any scarring whatsoever. It looks just like, say, the builder built it, where they put in the tub and then they put in the surround above it. So that's kind of a unique feature of the fact that these walk-in tubs are so much taller than an existing tub. And you got to design right and, all that to make it work properly. But yeah, that was the situation with this one, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I'm thinking of two.
Yeah, that's why I showed this.
One of them we redid the walls, one of them we didn't. Okay, so this is the one we didn't redo the walls.
Yeah, correct. So you can see it here. We cut out the existing tile, only enough to where the walk-in tub can just sit right in there.
Yeah.
Now, again, we're not going to do this for any other thing but walk-in tubs. We
Yes.
for showers you can't do this. For regular bathtubs you can't do it. Walk-in tubs could literally. They're almost like freestanding tubs in a sense. You don't need, because it really holds all the water in by itself.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is when we were having our conversation, I'm like, hey, it's not like a shower where this wall's going to get wet all the time,
right?
So people aren't real concerned about the difficulty of keeping it clean. It gets a little splash on it here and there, and that's basically it. And of course, like this house. I think this house was 4 or 5 years old, so there hadn't been an opportunity for too much deterioration on anything in there. This was just
there's no
a need for the walk-in tub.
Yeah, and there's no flange on walk-in tubs. So like most, like a shower pan or a bathtub has a flange that the walls have to sit in front of.
Like a tile flange, right? We can go up against them instead of having them come down on top of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do walk-in tubs, but it's very tight space. I'm looking at it, how are you going to fit a walk-in tub in this tight space?
It is tight. Yeah. But I'll show you. So this is the the end picture of it.
Wow.
So
they come in different sizes. Okay.
Yeah, they come in. Well, this is I think it was a 52.
Yeah, that if I remember right, that was a 2852, which means it's about 28 inches wide and then it's 52 inches long. And so if you look very carefully
Very tight
on the
space.
back side of it, opposite side of where the plumbing is, there's a filler panel. So, we took out
Oh,
the
right here, yeah.
typical tub that you see in a hallway bath, which is, 99% of the time is a 60 by 30 inch tub. And we went back in with a 28 inch wide by 52 inch long tub. So we had approximately 8 inches in the back. And all these tubs come with a filler that is going to compensate for the fact that that tub is shorter than a standard tub.
Yeah, the filler is this right here, guys. So
Yeah.
this is the filler that Cliff is talking about.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So these people are really happy with this thing. It's really changed. His sister, who I've not met because she was actually recovering in a rehab facility when we got this set up to do this, it's made a big difference in their lives.
And you have a walk-in tub too, right?
I personally have a walk-in tub, and one of my dilemmas is I'm trying to figure out how to market to people that aren't just in need of something for the safety fact of it. I go out, and it could be a widower, but usually it's a widow, and I walk in and I see the fear in their eyes, and they look me in the face and they say, "Cliff, I'm scared to death of this tub. I know what happens if I have a fall and I break my hip or something like that."
Yeah.
And then they'll usually share with me, it's not so bad getting into the tub, but getting out of it, I just can't do it anymore.
That's true.
And so this is an alternative. Now, what I've discovered from having my own walk-in tub is that, I've got a lot of problems, as y'all hear me complaining all the time about my shoulders and my back and my knees and everything else. Just the therapeutic benefit of this, I don't have any need for anything, as far as safety goes. But this walk-in safety tub that I have in my house, besides just the relaxation aspect of it, where I've had a really tense day and I get in that thing and do my session and come out and I'm kind of floating at that point in time, it helps me a lot with my back and shoulders, whatever. If someone snapped their fingers and cured me of every ailment I have, I'd still be happy to have that walk-in tub. What I always tell people, this thing is like, because most people have had experience with a hot tub on their back porch or connected to a pool or something like that. And I'm like, if you like that, you're going to be amazed by this walk-in safety tub. It is like a hot tub on steroids. And so the benefits to your body it's just absolutely amazing. And it's nice to keep people safe also. I've probably saved some people's lives at some point in time that, a woman that would have gotten in her tub one more time, more than she needed to, fell, broke her hip,
And you guys,
all that.
you see some crazy contraptions, like when people like try to use their existing tub. I'm sure you guys seen it before. Like they have like these, it's like these chairs that like half of it's on the outside of the tub, half of it's on the inside of the tub, and they got to maneuver to get into these chairs. It's just like it's really cumbersome, and it's just it's difficult when you're hearing people talk about the experience. I think one thing that Cliff always does, and I learned from him about how he talks to people about their solution for this kind of stuff, is he'll ask them like, "Hey, show me how you get in and out of the bathtub," and they'll sit there and they'll show them, and it's like, and sometimes it's hard to watch. It's you're almost like
Dangerous.
scared. You're almost scared. You're scared for them. Like, oh
Well,
man, like,
those are the ones that, after I get them under contract and everything, I come back to you and I go, "Mitch, we need to get this thing done as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I'm very worried about this lady,
Yeah.
and what she's having to deal with just to bathe right now." So,
Yeah, and you know what's sad? Some people wait too long, right, Cliff? Because like there's one guy, that he got it, but he got it at the end of his life cycle, and then he died before we can even put it in.
Oh,
And that
terrible.
was terrible.
yeah, that's right. That's right. That was a hard one to cope with.
Yeah.
Cliff, I'm just wondering now, of course, for the safety reasons, as we get older, this is a must. You know what I'm saying? We should have this. Now, what about if we're younger and we really like to have a deep jacuzzi style, water massage, hydrotherapy and all that stuff. Do you recommend this if we're younger and we just want to have a deep soaker jacuzzi type?
I would say yes. I'm always walking a fine line because I've got what I call, from having a tub myself and my own personal experiences, what I call advanced techniques as far as how you utilize the tub.
Okay.
Now, if I'm with an 85-year-old who spends most of their time in a wheelchair and all that, and they just need a safe bathing experience, I am not going to start discussing with them how to slouch down into the tub to where you get jets hitting you in different places than if you're in a prone sitting position.
Okay.
So I would say yes. So just to go back to like what your other alternatives are, if you like a good soaking tub, is say, like the job we just looked at where you had taken out the 60 by 42 inch tub. Okay, now you can get that tub jetted, as we all know.
Yes.
And what it has 3 jets on each side. It does circulate some water. Therapy using warm water is not a new technology. It's an ancient technology. It's just that we do it in a different way now. And so when I say this tub is like steroids compared to a regular jetted tub,
Yes.
that's what I mean. 6 jets in that regular tub that they can lay down and relax, and they're getting the water. This thing's got so many, between the air jets and the whirlpool jets, you can adjust your body where you can actually isolate, like say a sore shoulder or your lower back's bothering you, but it's really on the right side. So that's where the attention needs to be to that element. So it's so diverse, and like I say, I get in my mind all the time. Sometimes just for stress relief because it feels so good when you're in that tub.
Yeah, it's really deep. How deep are they? I mean,
well, they're usually, as far as not water height, but like the height of the edge of the tub. They're anywhere from about 38 to about 42 inches tall.
Wow.
Versus, so like again, going back to your 60 by 42 inch tub, that was a 19-inch tall garden tub. So it's significantly higher, which goes back to the whole deal about using, the possibility of using the
it's also why they're
existing surround.
It's also why they're so hard to get in.
Yeah.
Because again, the doors, a lot of times doors to bathrooms can be 24 inches sometimes.
That's true.
So you have to do a door, you have to widen the door, or sometimes you got to remove the door off. There's one job we had to go through the wall. Like we had to go through the opposite wall to get the tub in.
Okay. Just open up.
That's the biggest issue is these things come fully assembled, and most doors are 24-inch doors, going from, say, a hallway into the bathroom. And there's nothing that fits through a 24-inch door.
But anyway, this is a lifetime solution. It's worth it. I mean, it's worth opening the walls, whatever.
I know we're so much cheaper than our competitors. Having said that, these are still a pretty significant investment. Mm-hmm. But anytime someone complains to me about, like, wow, that's a lot of money for that, I'm like, well, relatively speaking, not really.
Yeah.
And let me remind you something, and I'll point out to them, have you priced what it costs to be in a nursing home, which would be the worst case scenario, or even losing your independence in your house? I mean, that's what these are designed for, is to keep you safe and living in your house in your elder years. Yeah. That's the primary build for them. And if they think this is expensive, I'm not wishing this upon anybody, but the scenario is fall, break your hip, and end up in a nursing home. And within about 3 months, if even that long, you will have spent the same amount of money as what you could have spent to have kept you out of the nursing home in the first place.
Any more nowadays, nursing homes are like $8,000 a month. So two months of a nursing home.
A lot of people cannot afford.
Same things with showers. There's a lot of showers in Houston that are about 5 inches step down, or even I've seen 10-inch step downs before. And a lot of our customers wait too long. They're like, oh, I can deal with this. The shower's functional, but I'm 60 years old. I might have a problem with my knees, but I'm still just going to do it. We get a call and we're like, hey, we need you out ASAP. The husband fell and it disabled him. So now we have to, he was disabled from the fall. He was
Yeah.
perfectly fine before.
No fall. I mean,
Stepped down, slipped.
I think there was. Oh man, I think it was Center of Disease Control. I think was it CDC? Who handles all of that? It's FDA. FDA?
ADA.
ADA. Man,
American
I cannot.
So American
Disability
of
Act.
Disability. So
ADA.
American of Disabilities Act. They're the one that set all the standards for if you're disabled. So like for example, we're talking about like having to open up the 24-inch door to get that in there. I always, if there's room, I expand that door. I get rid of that 24-inch door, and ADA's minimum requirement for a door to be considered ADA compliant, American Disabilities Act compliant, is 30 inches. So I'm always looking for a chance to do 30-inch doors. And, Zach, you brought up something about showers. Some of these people, for whatever reason, a lot of times it doesn't make sense to me what their reason is why they don't want the tub, but I want to make the customer happy. That's one of the reasons why we've got these incredibly low profile shower bases. And that example of where you said, wow, look at the grab bars all around there. Okay. So there's another effort that we use to make sure we not only make people happy with their bathroom that's going to last them a lifetime, their shower's going to last them a lifetime, but we keep them safe also. I'm a big believer in the big picture. I know we all are.
At 1.5-inch step overs, Onyx collections, that's what we use. So a lot of people don't know. They'll get tile quotes and they'll be like, yeah, we can zero threshold your shower, which is a flat move-in, but they don't realize if you just slope the shower only, it's too aggressive and you're going to slip. So what you're supposed to do with zero thresholds is slope the entire room. But I don't know if you want your entire room jackhammered. So what we do with those fill-ins is we fill it in with concrete, of course. If it's 5 inches down, fill it in concrete, self-level it. Then our 1.5-inch pan goes on top of that, and we can attach a ramp system to it. So that's the easiest, most cost-efficient way to do it.
Well, and
better.
what Zach's referring to. So here in Houston, we have so every area is kind of built differently. But I know you're more familiar with the Texas, of course, because that's where we're from.
Houston only right now.
So why people showers or master bathrooms are on the first floor, and there's foundation. We don't have basements here in Houston. I don't know why.
No basements.
Yeah.
Well, because you get to water. It is not that high from the sea level.
Galveston, I guess that's true. It's pretty close. But they have basements in downtown. There's an underground city.
I guess.
Yeah, it's true.
A lot of
tunnels
really
in
is
downtown.
A lot of concrete around it, I
Underneath
guess.
downtown is a whole
Oh,
city.
okay,
Yeah.
but they got like
all
really.
this
that makes sense.
reinforcement of concrete all around it.
Gotcha. All right, that makes more sense. Thanks, Ben, for clarifying. But anyway, in order to do like an actual zero threshold here it's a very complicated process. You either have to raise up the whole floor, or you have to jackhammer into the foundation to get the proper slope. That's what Zach's referring to, I believe. On second floor, where there's subfloor, you would have to raise the entire floor to get the proper slope to do that.
And the thing I find strange about like anybody that wants that application done is that now they got a zero threshold shower base, right, where they can walk in without having to really lift their foot any higher than they would just for normal walking. But they've got a step up coming from the hallway into the bathroom. Okay, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And no, I was going to make one more point about zero thresholds. We all know that like there's problems with tile in a wet area. Especially considering all the bathrooms that we see where they just didn't do it right. You had someone who knew how to do tile flooring, and they came in and did a shower using the same method that you do flooring in, which means it's guaranteed to fail. Now, if you do a zero threshold shower base, you can't use like 12 by 24 plank tiles, which is, kind of the most common thing nowadays. You got to use the little mosaic tiles, which means you're amplifying the amount of grout used drastically. And I always tell people it's not the tile that's the problem as far as a guaranteed failure at some point in time. It's the grout that's the problem. Well, think about how much more grout you use on a zero threshold shower base than you did, say, like on the walls, for example.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's a bad idea all the way around to do that. And that's taken into consideration. We've got, like Zach said, the low profile shower bases with the ramp. So even if you're wheelchair bound, that's not a reason to have to go to a zero threshold shower base.
Yeah, for sure. And then since we're talking about tile anyway, I'll go to your next job because it was tile, tile, right?
Yeah, this is interesting.
So this was the before picture of this one, and this is the after.
Wow.
And who built that tub in the first picture? They should be fired.
I believe that was
Steps.
Pretty bad, yeah. I
That's
agree.
a 12-inch step.
Yeah, I did. Zach, you're right. I did walk in there and kind of scratch my head about what the hell with this stupid step up and everything.
Yes, that's 1 foot.
But I do think that was by the builder, but they wanted to get rid of that. They recognized that just really didn't do much of anything. So we got rid of it and made it bigger.
My only beef with this one is you couldn't sell them some flooring. We got like plywood. Like
Customers have budgets, and we make sure we're within your budget. So if you don't want to pay for the extra couple inches of flooring, we got you.
I honestly don't remember why we didn't do flooring on that, but yeah, you're right. It's tough to leave a bathroom,
unfinished.
where we make the thing so beautiful, and they're like, we're gonna get our flooring done later, or we're gonna patch these holes in the walls ourselves, and
That's usually the case, though. A lot of the customers will be like, hey, we're doing flooring next. We're going to do it on our main bedroom and then our bathroom, and we want the same flooring all the way through. So that's usually the reason we leave the flooring alone.
That's true. Because a lot of people have like a flooring company that they like to deal with, Because we have like, in Houston, we have like, it's almost like New York as far as like delis go. We have like a flooring shop at like every corner here,
No, we're not associated with Easy Flooring people.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Ladies and gentlemen, we have no association with Easy Flooring.
Yeah, Easy Flooring.
We get that question from time to time, don't we, Zach?
We do.
Yeah, it's funny.
Well,
but this is the cool one too. Here too, this is the old shower before, and then this is that they turned that into a closet right there. So yeah, explain us what they did here.
Well, you notice that's a little unusual with the double doors. And what I was doing was I was replicating the same door pattern that was the entrance from the master bedroom into the master bathroom. And so it served two purposes. Number one, it just gave the bathroom a much more balanced look, and I'm all about symmetry and balance. And it also made the shower. It made where the shower used to be the new closet more functional as far as having that big opening, to get to store stuff or whatever.
And then this is the closet that they actually built. Pretty cool, actually. They actually sent us that picture, so. They didn't want like the typical like 3 shelf closet. Like they sent us a picture. Hey, we really want this kind of closet here. Can you guys do that? So of course we accommodated and built that for them. Yeah,
I remember at the time that we were actually doing the contract and making the selections. I mean, they really didn't know what they wanted in there. And so I told them they had some time to think about it between, that evening and when we actually started on it. They came up with a great concept.
Super cool.
These people were good designers. I offered the wife, said, if you ever are looking for another job, I think we have an option for you. Which kind of brings us to this here.
Yeah, but say back to the shower though. So, really cool how they did the whole thing. But so this right here below is onyx, right? This is a solid surface.
That's correct. That's the Onyx subway pattern solid panel system.
And then they wanted, as an accent, they wanted to do tile on top.
The upper portion, yeah.
Right. So I wished I could take credit for this, but this was not my idea, and it's a wonderful idea. So how this transpired was I talked to them about the negative aspects of using tile, because that's kind of what they wanted to do to start off with, was just do tile. And So I went through and I talked to them about, the onyx material having a forever warranty, and that you can get it in a tiled pattern. That's a subway tiled pattern. But where you're seeing where there would be grout lines, you can't really tell here, but there's no grout in there. It just is subway tile. And, we talked about how hard that the tile is to keep clean and so forth. And so they, on their own, or I should say the wife, I don't think it was the husband, I think it was strictly the wife, they had already decided how they wanted that tall pony wall with, enclosing the new shower. So we talked about, where the water hits the most is the shower base up about 3-4 feet, in other words, no water's hitting up here on this top right here. And so they came up with the brilliant idea of have the tile, that's actual tile with grout on the top part, and then the onyx on the bottom side. And I'm thrilled with it. I really complimented them, and I also told them my frustration about why didn't I think of that? That's a great idea, but I'm stealing it from them. I'm going to use it in future situations where it's going to apply. So not only to make it really functional where they got their cake and eat it too, but it just looks great. That's a nice big shower, and they're thrilled with it.
Yeah, that's a great use of green.
Yeah, I agree, Zach. Yeah, right.
Is that gray color? Is that like a gray tile?
No, it's like a green. It's like a green. Maybe some gray tones in it, but yeah,
it's got some beige tones in it. It looks kind of gray there, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe it could be the lighting.
Right. No, and they wanted green to start off with, which is the worst color anybody can ever suggest. Well, what can y'all do for me in green? Not much.
We don't have green, though, in solid surface. So
yeah, we don't. Yeah.
To do that and make it, that's easy to clean. A lot of people don't know that our grout is pre-sealed as well. So there's nothing wrong with that shower at all.
Yeah.
Tile gets a bad name from its sand-based grout.
Yeah, we use Curdy in the back, so... we still Curdy the whole shower.
Yeah, I was going to say they used the Schluter Curdy system on the whole thing. So, I mean, talk about something that'll never fail for the rest of their lives. There it is, right there.
Yeah, super cool. It's because sometimes I still get people that ask me for the and we get people that ask us for the strip, the deco strip, like tile, like that. Yep. And even Onyx sells a wall panel that has a deco strip of tile you can put in there, but it's so dated. That's such a dated look. It's I always tell people just stay away from it because you're gonna automatically make your house or bathroom look like it was from 2010.
Yeah. For anybody that cares to listen to this, I always tell my clients. Deco trim's out. Nobody's doing deco trim anymore. If you want it, we'll do it because we want to make you happy. But it is a obsolete design that is just not real accepted in the marketplace anymore.
Yeah, this is I like accent walls. I call those accent walls. They'll always be in style. It's just classic look.
Well, there's applications where we talked about using deco strips on this here, but they like the smaller trim. Mm-hmm. But there's definitely applications to use it, but the design aspect of it is not really anything that people are doing anymore.
Yeah, real cool design, man. I wanted to share it with everyone.
I wished I could take credit for it, but we'll. Mitch, the wife of that job is
for the sake of information.
We brought it to life. It was her thought.
For the sake of information on these deco bands of Onyx, how do they perform as far as waterproofing is concerned?
For the ones for Onyx,
I know it's outdated. I'm just asking for the functionality.
Yeah, the ones for Onyx, you're putting them on the Onyx wall.
So you have an onyx wall behind it?
Yeah.
So
it's an indention.
Okay.
And then you place a tile. That's why you have to get the tile through them, and you don't even know what tile it is. It's super, super thin. I mean, it's like millimeters thin.
So there's no gap between lower part and upper part of the wall to put this in between.
Correct. Yeah. Correct.
You have a solid wall and you just put it on the top of it.
The tiles are probably close to this thickness.
Okay.
Right here, so they're not the typical.
It's just a look.
Yep. That's exactly
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Okay, it's just
Can I make a comment that the picture we just saw, the green and white shower, nobody else is doing that in Houston. Nobody's doing half solid surface with Onyx collections and then tile.
true.
Nobody's doing that.
Yeah.
Nobody.
It's a very unique. It was a very unique design, and yeah, I agree.
It's fully
Zach.
functional. It's a great shower.
Yeah, and I tell you, there was a little bit of a challenging part that that even like Cliff and I were discussing, which was, hey, how do you transition from the solid surface to the tile?
That's a good question.
Because you can't just, because the onyx isn't that thick, right? So, and the tile is gonna be thicker than onyx. So you don't want the tile, shooting out from the onyx.
Yeah.
That way you have this exposed tile, and you can't really do shooter, because then the shooter is gonna, the metal trim. You can't do that, because then that's gonna be sticking out from the onyx too. So we came up. Onyx actually has a pencil trim that you can order.
Yeah, I see it there.
So we did an onyx pencil trim going around it, and that really that bow noses out, and that really works out well. And I thought of that because we used to install natural stone solid surface panels, and then with the natural stone panels, we would have to order pencil trim with them as to finish off the corners and everything.
That looks so much better than if there would have been a deco strip dividing those two.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
I'm incredibly happy, and more importantly, the customer's thrilled.
Yeah, it's cool. That's a good job. Yeah, good point, Zach. Yeah, no one else is doing that stuff, man.
We have a lot of stuff no one else does.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I like. And very few people still even do like 3D sketches or drawings. Like they use those really cheesy applications that are like pre-built, But we actually like in Ben's design here, I mean, yeah, I know this doesn't look much. It's void of color outside the shower area, which I'll point again, Ben.
Yeah.
Well, if Ben would have known you were going to display this to the world, he
Yeah,
probably
I
would have
put a nice
colored
color
the
on it.
walls in,
But we're not dealing with the wall. We're not really
Right.
doing anything on the wall.
Yeah, I know,
So
I know.
just leave it blank.
This is another thing too that nobody's doing. You might get an architect doing it to build your house or to rearrange walls, but to have a shower or a bathroom company doing it, you're not going to see that, especially in solid surface. It just doesn't happen in Houston.
Yeah.
Except for Easy Bath.
Well, an architect will use
More
these
advanced
blueprints.
system. More advanced system, of course.
Well, what's funny about what an architect would use, like they use oh my gosh, the word
2020 or
CAD system.
or
they
something
use
like
they use AutoCAD.
Auto.
They use AutoCAD,
Yeah.
but AutoCAD is not going to give you like renderings like this.
So,
Mhm.
can I make a point about the
Yeah.
3D design?
Yeah, go for it.
So, one of the things I point out to people is we have all of these quality control systems in place. And the SketchUp, as nice as it is for being able to go, ooh, look at this cool design and everything, I point out to them, that's what we order off of. Okay? So, Mitch and I both have probably the two worst handwritings in the world. There's no more guessing whether that measurement was 59.25 inches or 59.75 inches. We order the materials off of this SketchUp material. So it's just another system. So what customers should know is that we order the materials off of this. And so when Paul or Mitch is ordering materials, you've got the SketchUp to go off. You've got our hand drawing, where we took our measurements in the bathroom at the
Drawing
time.
sheet, yeah.
And it just makes sure that all these weeks after the time that we do the contract to the time the installers are taking this over, that everything's been ordered properly. And then the other purpose is that the installers have a set plan to go off of instead of, hey, we're going to get rid of this bathtub and replace it with a shower. Now get out there and start working. They know all the little ins and outs of the jobs because every installer watches the videos we make and looks at the SketchUp prior to going out to start the job. So they know what they're getting into before they ever even leave the office or before they arrive at the customer's home.
Cool. Yeah, I agree. And we're still not, even with all that, we're still not perfect. You know what I mean? I mean, we're still learning every day how to get better and improve.
We're just closer than anybody else, even though we're not perfect.
We try for it, but yeah. That's awesome. No, I mean, I really, again, I think, Ben, you did a really good job in the measurements here. And this, I was impressed how you did this because honestly, I thought I was the only one that really did that until I saw that. Some people just give up on trying to get this room measurement right and create a square or a rectangle. Right? I remember your complicated vanity drop.
Well, another thing about
those angled vanities, you're never gonna. You can take 18 measurements per inch, and you're still not gonna get them.
I don't know how
right.
people spend money when you're gonna do a layout change of a bathroom, and someone's just gonna tell you what it looks like, and then you hand them over thousands of dollars. And you have no idea what it's going to look like. It just makes no sense.
I remember there was this one guy. I was at his house, and I think you were riding with me. It was a long time ago.
That would have been a long time ago, wouldn't it?
And I get to his house, and like I take all my measurements in his bathroom, and I go downstairs. I start doing my design, right? And he goes, "Oh, hey," he walks up to me. He's like, the other contractor, he gave me this, and like it was like the design of the other contractor, and it was like in crayons, like the guy like really, it looked like crayons, like what is this? So I toss it. I literally just took it. I go, oh yeah, thanks. I just like toss it to the side. I'm like, not gonna use that at all, and then continued on with my 3D design.
And that is why people go out of business in their first year.
Yeah, that's
because they do designs with crayons.
Yeah, they don't plan it, and they don't. I mean, then they make I mean, we try everything we can not to make mistakes, but mistakes still happen. And these guys don't try everything they can to not make mistakes, and then of course they make a lot of mistakes, and that costs them money. So then they try to ask for more money, and then that makes unhappy customers. And yeah, I mean, it's no wonder why this is probably one of the worst industries out there for getting a quality company or quality contractor to do a job.
Well, nobody's proud of their quality anymore. It's all, I need to make money as fast as possible. Everyone needs to make money, but you need to focus more on the quality and helping your customer first before it even comes to any of that.
And it's an art, right? I mean, that's what I tell. I had a it was unfortunate, and I hope he comes back when he learns what I was trying to explain to him. But we had to not let go, but we put him back in training, an installer, because he wasn't treating it like it was an art. He was treating it like it was a paycheck. And I told him, like, dude, you got to put you have to be proud of your work. Like when you finish this job, you have to be able to step back and say, wow, I did that, and be really. That's the kind of people I want on my team. I want people that are going to be proud of what they do. And if I notice that someone is not doing that and they're not treating it like it's a true art, I don't want them working here. And I mean, that's probably why. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever grow to the size of these massive companies. I don't care if we do, because I really care more about the art of what we're doing, and the fact that we can deliver a quality product at a really low cost price to homeowners, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that'll keep us growing to some extent, but yeah, you're not looking to be king of the world. You're just looking to give people good products and get rewarded for it.
Yeah. And I love Houston, you know, so I don't see us going anywhere. I mean, we might go to San Antonio eventually, but you know, outside of that. Houston, San Antonio. I'm not an Austin guy though. I can't do Austin. I don't know.
Zach, get ready for San Antonio.
I'll take on San Antonio.
Ben and
That's where my grandparents live.
Vote for Zach to go to San Antonio next week.
Yeah, I can't get out of Houston.
No, I think I think we're all stuck here.
I'm stuck in Houston.
All right.
I need to see some hills.
Northwest side of San Antonio School place.
Oh yeah. No, well, San Antonio's a lot of really cool
river
parts of San
walks.
Antonio.
Go to river walks.
Not southeast.
So do you guys have any final thoughts? Any notes that you guys took or that you guys want to share? I didn't take any notes this time, but any final thoughts for you guys on what we discussed today? I'll start with you, Zach.
Well, I did learn about walk-in tubs today a lot more. I don't specialize in that field, but Cliff does. So
Ooh, I owe you something.
you have given us a live testimonial today of how good walk-in tubs are.
Hey, I always say, if I had to list my five things I couldn't live with in the world, I don't know where it would be in the top five. Probably wouldn't be number one, but that walk-in safety tub is in the top five things of stuff I can't imagine living without.
Yeah. Awesome. Ben?
Well, for me, is, as I said, I go and visit a lot of people, and I listen to them. So my first priority is to be a good listener, to see what they need and what they want. Is their home and is going to be their shower or their tub, whatever remodeling that they're going to be doing. And then I think of it this way, that that are we able to offer them the solution that they need? So I'm very, very honest with myself and with our company. And if we can offer them the solution that they need, then I sit down with them and we go over the details to find out how we're going to make it happen. And of course, I make sure they're getting high quality products, high quality workmanship, because we offer them solid warranty. And then at the end, we all find out what the price is. Because I really do not know what the price is till we find out what the details of the scope of project is. And once they have the price, they have the solution, it's all their decision. We're there to help. Yes.
Ben called me on Saturday at like 5 in the afternoon or something like that. He's at a customer's house and they want the financing, so he's in talks with Wells Fargo. And I guess, I don't know what happened, but I guess they go to their offshore on the weekends or something like that. He's just so mad. He's like, I keep calling them. They keep hanging up on me.
Mitch, it took me 5 hours. This was an hour and a half.
Yeah, he was there for a long time.
Why were you having to call Wells Fargo?
I called them
in the
4
pending.
times.
Yeah, when it goes in the pending and it goes to like their
it was
their
going
review
to somewhere
department.
out of this country. You know what I'm saying? So they were
Well,
outsourcing.
you don't get instant approval?
Yeah. 'Cause
Oh,
the guy
I don't think I've had that happen, but I know what you're talking about.
he had a credit lock on his account, so he had to unlock his credit, but then he already ran the application through. And his wife had a Wells Fargo account, but she didn't have enough of the credit line for it.
We applied 2 times, and I talked to almost 4 people. The frustration was that the people that I talked to, they didn't know the process. So they had to call the US to find somebody on Saturday to talk to resolve the issue. All they were doing was just apologizing.
The lengths we go to help
and the customer was frustrated. They said, well, we have good credit. Look. Yeah, I said, yeah. And then, anyway.
We got it done, though.
Yeah, we got it done.
We got it done.
No, we got it done, but it took 5 hours, but we got it done, and they were super happy.
What I was impressed by is Ben was so determined to make them happy, he offered to fly to the Philippines and talk to the people in person at the call center in the Philippines to get everything straightened out for them. Now, that's dedication right there.
4 different ladies. And one of them was very nice and was saying, oh, I hope you're enjoying our conversation. I said, look, I want the solution. I want this. I want to do the bathroom remodeling. I'm not here to have a good, nice conversation. She was practicing her English with me. Imagine that, So anyway, it's done. It's a done deal.
Yeah,
so the customer's super happy.
Hey, way to hang in there, I mean,
well, did you see the comments of the gentleman at the end of the video?
Yeah.
He said Ben did a great job, and I told him thank you for saving my job. Because with all these things that I went through, I don't know if I'm going to have my job tomorrow or not. So he said, I'm trying to save your job. Don't worry.
How about you, Cliff? What do you got?
Well, are you going to tell him he's getting fired right after this meeting?
Well, because I had four phone conversations.
I got the write-up downstairs.
So I don't know. Look, I don't know what to say because Ben just kind of covered it all right there and there. It's kind of ditto. I agree with everything. I think it was very well stated what he said. So I don't know what else to add except for,
It's
I
80
got
degrees.
a 2:00 appointment today. I'm going to go apply all this to.
Well, all right, guys. So that basically ends it out. So we covered a lot of jobs that we've done last week. We talked about design, walk-in tubs, walk-in showers, all the stuff that we typically do. And if you guys like the podcast, please like and subscribe to it, and join us. These are going to be released every single Thursday at 10 a.m. So if you like it, every Thursday at 10 a.m. is going to be a new episode. And hopefully the information you find from this helps. If it does, if you know someone who it can help, please share. And that's pretty much it. Until next week, have a great week, guys, and take care.
Thanks for listening to the Easy Bath Podcast, brought to you by a local team that believes remodeling should be personal, not corporate. We're proud to serve our community with real expertise, honest conversations, and designs that actually fit your life. For more inspiration, before and afters, and behind-the-scenes stories, visit us at easybath.com. Until next time, thanks for keeping it local.